it's Nate from fitnessfastpace.com. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a 7 exercise full body workout. Now a lot of guys like to train isolation, just to chest for one day. What we're going to do is we're going to do all the big muscles in one day. Now the advantage in this is that for the whole workout we're going to be pushing more weight. Each exercise we're going to be lifting heavy, around 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8. And the idea of that is that we want to activate our muscle building genes and hormones. So by lifting heavy, we're going to be producing the hormones such as growth hormone and testosterone in our body to help with muscle development. And also, we want to be out of here within 45 minutes. We don't want to be here a long time. So it's going to be fast, intense. And the exercise we're going to do is the bench press. So we'll start now. What we want to start with first off is we want to make sure we have a solid base. So our feet are in line with the hips when we fall back, and our feet are really pushed into the ground when we lay down. So we'll lay back now. Okay, now the grip, what we want to do is most Olympic bars will have the rings set out, so we want to go with our third index finger on the rings of the Olympic bar. Alright, now we want to have, the last thing we want to do before we start the lift is we want to have a big inhale before we take the bar off the rack. Okay, great. We're going to go for a set of 10. So you notice that when he's lifting, we're taking the weight slower down and pushing up faster. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1. So 2 seconds on the way down, 1 second on the way up. The last tip I'll give you is also, when we're lowering the bar, try to bring it lower on the chest, not too high. We want to take the pressure off the deltoids and the shoulders and bring it lower on the chest. So what we're going to do is the squat, big mass builder, multi-joint movement. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to start with the stance first. So we want stance, feet to be about shoulder width apart, with feet slightly pointing outwards. This will reduce the effect on the knees. Okay, first movement after we take the bar off the rack is we want to initiate the hip movement. We want to go back with our hips. The main important thing with it is to drop our hips back. We don't want any knee movements forward, we want to drop our hips back. So like sitting on a chair. Exactly right there. You can see here, the knee movement, the knee is not going forward, it's staying in line with his toes, and we need a nice depth on the squat. The curvature of the spine also is very straight, so it's perfect form. Alright, the next exercise we're going to do is the barbell row. We're going to target the lat muscles. Alright, the first movement we want to have our feet, our stance is shoulder width apart, and our grip is a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay, we want to bend the knees and keep the back very straight. Right, see that we're bringing the elbows back right here, getting contraction on the lats, elbows further back than what a supinated grip would be. And we're going to need great contraction on the lats. The next exercise we're going to do is a bodyweight exercise, the chin-up. Chin-up's going to work the whole lat muscle, the forearm muscles and the bicep muscle. Okay, so when we take our grip, we want to go with a wider grip, not the chin-up, we're going to go with the pull-up. So we'll take our grip. Before we pull up, we want to retract our shoulder blades together and really contract the back muscles in. We want to pull ourselves up to around chin level and then back down. We want to retract slowly on the way down, back down and then up. Very good. The next exercise we're going to do, we're going to do 3 superset exercises. We're going to start with a military press, a behind the neck press, and an upright row. So when we start, we're going to start with military press. Remember to always have your elbows under the bar. So we'll press up. We're going to do 10 of these, 10 behind the neck, and 10 upright rows. Okay, when we move into behind the neck presses, we want to make sure that our arms only stay parallel and we only bring down to ear level. If we go anywhere lower, we're going to put a lot of strain on the shoulders and get a lot of injuries from it. Alright, now into the upright rows. I'm going to target the front delt here. When we come up, we want the elbows to extend out and really get a contraction on the front deltoid. Next exercise we're going to do, last two exercises, we're going to superset, barbell curls and overhead tricep extensions. Okay, with our barbell curl, we want to start with hands, shoulder width grip. We want to have our elbows right beside ourselves or maybe a little bit in front too. If we take them too far back, we shorten the motion. So all the way up and all the way down. We want a full contraction all the way up. So eccentric and concentric phase, we want to go all the way up and squeeze, and then all the way down and stretch the bicep right out. So we want to make sure when we contract up and squeeze the tricep, we try to keep minimal movement in our elbows. We don't want them pushing too far forward. We want to contract the tricep muscle right in here. And the core nice and tight also to keep the balance and pressing just above the head.